So if we have a word problem that tells us to find the angle measures of the third angle in a triangle if the first two angles measure 126.5 or 5/10 degrees and 19 degrees. So in order to solve this, we need to remember the rule, which is that all angles add up to 180 degrees in any triangle. If it doesn't add up to 180 degrees, it's not a triangle. So first we have to combine the first two. And if you're a very visual person, sometimes it helps to draw these out. So I might say 126.5, 19 degrees over here. I don't have that much room. So then I just need to say, okay, now I need to figure out the third side. Again, combining the first two, I have 126 and 5/10, adding it to 19. Now remember to line up the decimals. So you can make it 19 and 0/10 if you like. For some people that makes them uncomfortable. Then you simply add. 5 plus 0 is 5. Bring down the decimal. 6 plus 9 is 15. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 4. And 1 plus nothing is 1. So then we just have to subtract that from 180. Now remember, it is important to line up the decimals. Whoops. And it's also important to copy down the problem right. So we are going to have to do some borrowing. We can't borrow from the 0. We have to borrow all the way from the 7. Don't forget those rules. Now we can borrow 10 becomes 9. And now we have 10 minus 5, which is 5. Bring down the decimal. 9 minus 5 is 4. 7 minus 4 is 3. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So we know that the third angle in the triangle is going to measure 34 and 5/10 degrees. So here we have a different kind of problem to solve. We have to find the measurement of angle X. So in order to do that, we first have to find the measurement of this angle over here. So if we want, we can label it with another variable, such as y. And we first have to solve for y. So looking at our triangle, because this here is going to add up to 180 degrees, because all angles inside a triangle always are going to add up to 180 degrees, we can use the information we have. So we know that y plus 50 plus 70 is going to add up to 180 degrees. We can combine 50 and 70 and get y plus 120 equals 180. Subtract 120 from both sides. Again, we have a good old-fashioned algebra problem. And we get y equals 60 degrees. So now we've solved for y. Now we have to solve for x. Well, we know that this is on a straight line. We know that a straight line adds up to 180 degrees, same as the measurement inside of a triangle adds up to 180 degrees. A straight line also adds up to 180 degrees. And there's a reason for that, actually. It's because if you take all these angles, they would make a straight line. So now we can figure out the measurement of angle y. Well, we know that, or measurement of angle x. We know that x plus y, which we now know is 60, is going to equal 180 degrees. Again, we have an algebra problem that by now we can solve, which gives us x equals 180 minus 160, 120 degrees. So that's how you solve for an angle outside of a triangle when you have a problem like this.